Wix.com.
We need a website.
And it's like it's a template website where you can kind of drag and drop and put your pictures in.
It's web-based front page 97.
It's front page all over
And
again.
the best part is these two guys are like going, we need a website. And they put the website together, and then the end of the commercial is them two going, hey, and there's one guy sitting on the desk, one guy sitting in front of the computer. They're both staring at one monitor. They go, hey, man, just got an email. They love the website. They want to meet. Yeah, and they high-five each other. And I'm like, who in the hell is watching this going, I got to sign up with Wix.com.
Yeah, if the internet had existed in the 80s, that would have been the commercial.
Well, I don't know. With the current condition of my website, maybe I need to go visit Wix.com.
Or maybe ITheD.com.
Right. Maybe if you knew a WordPress guy that was sitting to the left of you.
Yeah, but that's not .net.
Right. Or SharePoint.
Well, that's okay. It's we've done some LAMP stuff too, unfortunately. No, it's actually there's been a pretty big influx. We've had a high
By
demand.
the way, that's to the right, the right of you.
Yeah,
He
said sitting to the left of me.
Are you still talking?
Yeah.
Anyways,
but there's been a high in integration request for MySQL to .NET, which is typically you think .NET, you think SQL Server because of Microsoft products.
Of course,
that's like oil and water.
Just kidding.
Well, it isn't. It isn't. I mean, MySQL will run on Windows. It'll run on Linux. We've integrated with both.
Our server is running on Windows, is it not?
So I mean,
not anymore.
But the integration points, I think
Jeff.
Nice. No, I think that the demand is driving because people want to put the WordPress websites or different websites that will talk to MySQL out on the facing, so they don't have to administer a Windows server and harden it. And
they want an admin who can handle the CMS and do that kind of stuff and manage their content.
But yet on the inside, they want to be able to talk to that. They want to run, telework reporting off of it and get reports in pretty formats.
I'm sorry, did we lose you with CMS, Bob?
I know what it means.
Did you say
No, I'm looking at
PMS?
I'm looking at the marks and I'm looking at me. We're on the same page and you three are on the same page.
We need to get Karen back in here.
Our room divided.
Now wait a minute. You guys had 3/4 of a show, so
no.
You can let us geek out for a little while.
I'm not complaining.
Okay.
We're just
Keep in mind, I was not interrupting you, so I was actually listening.
No, and along those same lines is SQL is insanely expensive. Microsoft charges way too freaking much for that
it's ridiculous.
product.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Well,
yes.
And the good thing is with the expression versions of SQL Server, it's up to 10 gigabytes now. Your database size is free. So I mean, for most businesses, small to medium, it pretty much handles it. So it does help. But yes, if you have to license it, you're correct.
Doesn't Oracle own MySQL now?
Yes.
Owns.
Yes.
Are they still operating it as a complete separate free entity?
You still have the two. You still have the two different flavors. You've got the hey, it's open source. Go download it, do your thing.
Right. Okay.
And then you've got the commercially
commercial. But is there a difference between the two?
No. It's
support.
It's all the support.
Yeah,
Just the support. Just the support.
Yeah, from a binary perspective,
they're following the whole Red Hat Linux.
Absolutely.
Yep, right. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. When we get our teeth kicked in, I mean,
I knew
we
that
have to
much.
figure out and solve the
Give me a
problem.
little credit.
Right. Right.
I knew that much. Give me a little credit.
Are you still talking? You have no credit.
Fine.
No cred.
Thank you,
Detroit.
Wait, is the falling down guy opening up a can of Miller High Life?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
well, the growlers are empty, so.
They are.
Yeah, we killed those. So I guess Derek, what are you looking for these days? I mean, what can Detroit Net help you with? What are you coming to our events for? What's the scoop?
Well, the last event was fantastic because you pointed me over and we talked about taking over some support contracts for nonprofits.
Well, because small to medium businesses, there's a lot of need there, and there has been. God, we were talking about this 10 years ago, 12 years ago in the Great Lakes days.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's where there's so much growth opportunity right now.
And the thing that we can bring to the table is everything from networks and VPNs to server admin to application development to websites. And if they already have a partner, I have a factory right now that I'm negotiating to do some work with, and their infrastructure. Power Computing did a fantastic job on their infrastructure. They've got Hyper-V servers. Things are set up. They've got firewalls. Everything is.
Derek, I've been talking to this for years that small business needs to get out of the IT business, do what they do well,
right?
And all they need to have on their site is a switch and a router and a firewall, and put everything else out.
So you're saying it's a question of budget, right? Because that's what I was going to ask you. Yes. I mean, when you're talking with nonprofits, you're dealing with a limited budget. So how are you selling that whole solution to that limited budget?
Well,
You have to tailor it, obviously, right?
right. A lot of times the nonprofits are getting support from a national organization. So they need more desktop support. They might need integration to software packages.
Taking an awful lot, like a lot. What Bob is saying is
right. Exactly.
Sorry, I just saw a random sound clip. I had to see what it was.
Did I just hear what I thought I heard?
Probably. Move on.
Yeah, I was wondering about that myself.
Yeah, but see, so Derek, answer me a question. So one of the things I've always thought is, especially in nonprofits and things like that, to get out of even the desktop business and just run thin clients, right? Whereas you can have a centralized manager if you have people
in the cloud.
Put everything in the cloud. This has existed for a long time, but I'm just saying it's so easier to manage.
Adobe just proved how secure the
You
cloud is.
can't, but what I'm saying is you can't break anything.
Or Experian.
If you're a moderate user, you can't break anything. If everyone's sitting in the cloud, they have laptops now from Wise. Why are people still buying like traditional laptops when stuff just it breaks and it's so obvious that it's going to break?
Well, a lot of it is they're dependent on the speed of their connection, the reliability of their connection, the reliability of their network.
Yeah, Chromebooks won't work without an internet connection, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, some of the shift, some of the medium ground that you're looking at
you can bring in Comcast for Business and bring in a traditional T1 and aggregate them, and you're guaranteed practically 100% uptime unless someone takes a backhoe out of your office.
Well, pretty much, But it's still you still sometimes see a latency issue. I mean, we've had that with we were doing 135,000 record updates every time we hit a button on a database, and because their database was hosted, it would take 4 hours on site, whereas it ran in about 15 minutes in my office. So, there are situations where you need to mitigate that. And the other thing is with the advent of, I don't know if you've seen the gigabyte bricks.
Yep.
Or the Intel next unit of computing, NUCs they call them. But they're basically a small form factor PC. They pack anything from an i3 to an i7 in them. Support up to 16 gig of memory, and they use a little mini SATA flash drive or SSD. It's a desktop that has a VESA mount, so you mount it right to the back of a monitor. So especially like in medical fields and manufacturing, where you need to have a fairly potent computer, but have it right on the back of the monitor, be it portable on a cart, whatever.
And have it dummy-proof.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you hit a button, it turns on, and it runs a traditional operating system, so you can still remote admin it, you can still support it in a domain, but yet, it's basically it's a throwaway. I mean, you buy it for $300 to $500, and they use it on the shop floor, and if somebody drops a crane on it, you go, yeah, okay.
It's a Chromebook.
Yeah, right.
No. These are actually Windows, Windows machines. I mean, you can install whatever you.
All right. Well, hey, we are actually, believe it or not, coming up on the end of our show already.
Good God, we can do this. We can do this twice tonight.
We really should.
Absolutely.
One of these days, we're just gonna have to run long and say, Karen, hang out. It's gonna
That's
be
what
one of
she
those
said.
So, Derek, people find you at Absotech LLC.com.
Yes. Absotech office number 586-716-9971. Always happy, all initial engagements and consultations are free. First visits are always on us.
The first hit's free, kid?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and Mark, Falling Down, website or Facebook?
Both. FallingDownBeer.com. Twitter or Facebook is /FallingDownBeer.
Very cool. And then Mark from Marketplace Homes, you are marketplacehomes.com. Anything else?
Marketplacehomes.com. If you want to call us, get more information, 800-331-0646. We are on Facebook and Twitter as well. Just backslash.
Find it from the site?
Yeah,
Homes.
Marketplace Homes.
Homes.
With an S.
All right.
This is the IT and the D Show. See you next week.
Thanks for listening.
Beat it.
She's gotten her boobies.
Oh, I'd better go get my magnifying glass.
Oh, and they are so perky.
Can't believe my grandmother actually felt me up.
The emergency destruct system is now activated.
My shoes cost more than your house. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Look out, Flush!
What? Don't move! Stay where you are!
Long live Flash! You've saved your ass. Have a nice day. just say can't be done. We've got a long way